Winner bracket quarterfinal number 1 starts right now. Foggy versus the Great Wall on AI. And Foggy already very, very greedy, as it seems, with his Engine of War creep here. That is mostly a Sonic creep. And especially against Orc, this is a little bit unknown. But what the hell is going on right here? The open qualifier was crazy already. But what is this? It's a proxy barracks and a Warmill and a Blade Master. Many of you out there, like the super pros, might be familiar with the Great Wall's play. I am not, to be honest. I should be, but I am not. I know that he was an FFA player. I know that he likes witch doctors. And he is playing something entirely different, as it seems. A little bit StarCraft-ish with that proxy racks. But okay, creeping starts for Foggy. Of course, the number 1 priority for him always is don't lose your Demon Hunter. As he is kind of like Moon. He plays a very risky style with his Demon Hunter. And tends to lose him there. By the way, if the sound is not loud enough, please let me know. I will boost it for you. No deny on that Overseer. Ring of Regeneration, a very good... I'm double barracks! And the Blade Master is right in his face. He sniffed that one out. And if Foggy loses his Engine of War here, how is he supposed to defend it against double racks? He gets rid of the first archer, almost. Yeah, that is a greedy creep, and if it's found out, you will be punished. Blade Master was checking here before, otherwise he would have gone to the upper left. And the Ring of Regeneration is doing a great work for him now. But there's a circlet. And with that, he wins the trade immediately. The Demon Hunter stays alive though, but the Engine of War is severely hurt. It is really Headhunters. He's opening up with mass Headhunters. Against the tech of Foggy. There seems to be no expansion, no Huntress, of course, behind that. That would be really bad now to go Huntress. Even a Burrow here. Is he securing an expansion with this? Immediately? We'll see about that in a bit. Demon Hunter continues to creep. He is the one-man army at the moment. He has to carry Foggy into the mid-game, where he will just, most likely, just crush the Great Wall. Another circlet, nice item for him. But he's losing a lot of HP, and the Blade Master looks really healthy. 500 HP, everything is shadow melted here. And Foggy's Moon Juice is already empty. This is a good opportunity. So far, 4 Headhunters. The 5th one is coming. Blade Master cancelling something here. And this Moon Juice is empty. He's completely empty now. It's nighttime, so Foggy is regenerating now. But he can't afford too many hits. The Great Wall's still on level 1, going for the first upgrade now. But he's doing nothing with his army. It's just the Blade Master play. Foggy does the right thing to be able to run away from the Blade Master. He's buying boots, and with the Ring of Regeneration, those 2 HP per second are really adding up. But I wonder... Ah, okay. This is a Merc Camp first creep. Which is, of course, a great item. And Foggy is expanding behind this. Really greedy against this mass tier 1. Deciding to go for an expansion and a fast tech with only 1 archer, if I saw that correctly. Ah, okay, 3 archers. He built them later on. And this is the cheese strats that can win you games. Maybe he was prepared for something. Was he prepared for mass Headhunters? I don't know. But Foggy plays a lot of FFA, I think, as well. And random. So he might be able to overcome this. Hunter's Hall is finished. Tree of Ages is finished. So we might see bears very, very soon. Dryads, they don't stand a chance against all those Headhunters. And this is a very risky timing for Foggy. The shop is coming up. We do have a Beastmaster second. Foggy playing this very standard, as if he would play a normal Orc. But he can't cancel tier 2 buildings here. He can't go for any burrows since they're all over the map. But what can the piercing damage really do? He can't cancel the shop. But where are his lores coming up? He builds a second shop here. Everything that is built in the main now will be cancelled. And it works quite well so far. Bash Bear would have been awesome, but he decides still to go for the Quilbies. It's just mass piercing damage against piercing damage. Nothing is really effective against each other. And so they're trading kills left, right, and center. But the Great Wall with 37 supply against 25. Beastmaster slow has to be careful. Blade Master with 2 circuits. And again, it's a tower. This is phenomenal. And it's looking really good for the Great Wall. Demon Hunter gets a lot of experience though, and maybe it's really the Ring of Regeneration that will save his game if he survives that phase. More towers coming up. He took a lot of time for this with a lot of headhunters, and he did outlevel the Blade Master quite a bit, but not level 3 yet. Backstep on the Beastmaster, Moon Juice is empty, Speed Scroll being used, no surround, of course he can't sustain this, but he buys a lot of time for the towers, and I don't know if Foggy has the firepower to wreck them. There's still no lore, there's still no Engine of Wind, there's nothing for him. The expansion is up, but not running yet, so he goes for the tower. This one will be cancelled. Good usage of the Quill Beasts here, but the Blade Master is on the heels of the Beastmaster, trying to kill him. And since he gets rid of all the Quill Beasts, the damage might not be enough, or is the Demon Hunter really strong enough for this? Oh, it's really close, but he gets both towers, and that was the most important thing here. It's a burrow rush now! Well, it's not a rush anymore, but it's a burrow supported push, and the Beastmaster falls to the creeps! Oh, Foggy, he is struggling hard. But he's just saving Moon Juice with it, I guess. The Great Wall's resources, 200 gold, not too much lumber anymore. And Foggy has double income now. Finally. But, okay, he's not supply stuck. He built a lot of Moonwells across the map. Demon Hunter gets to level 2 finally with that kill on the Headhunter. But he's losing quite a bit. Beastmaster is back. But for how long is the question? The Blade Master will be level 3 in a bit, and then I think it's Critical Strike level 2 time. Look at the damage, man! Heal Potion has to be used immediately. And this is such a nice concave for the Great Wall, who is absolutely surprising in this first encounter. The Beastmaster again... super low, but saves himself for now. Can he get in range? Yeah, the potion is on cooldown though. Blade Master has no mana, uses it now, and the Beastmaster falls for the second time. Now it's time to kill the Demon Hunter, or what? He's super tanky compared to all those piercing damages, and the Great Wall is doing a good job in keeping those Headhunters alive. And if... oh, those burrows about to finish, but the piercing damage, man, saves him again. And I think this is kind of a breaking point for the Great Wall. Everything is super low. There's no heal scroll for him. If he can get one of those, everything will be held, but he gets 2 kills, almost the third one. And with the help of the Engine of War, he finally gets rid of the burrow. And I think Foggy has this now under control. Oh, but not if he loses the Demon Hunter. He's trying to go for a block, but there's none. But one more Moon Juice. And he's close to the shop. This has to be another potion. If it's not out of stock, I can't see it from this position. Getting closer to level 4. But so is the Blade Master. They're just trading archers and headhunters the entire time. It's going up there. Another shop coming up at the south. But this Engine of War is kind of MVP. Big help in defending this push. More Headhunters coming. No tech, no nothing. This base is untouched. And yeah, that's how Western qualifiers are, apparently. I don't know if there's a critical mass of Headhunters. I've never seen this play before. But he does do a good job in keeping those Moonwells low. And if he loses that one, he's supply stuck. We saw how fast he can take out the Beastmaster. So if he kills him now, the Beastmaster will not be able to come back. Or the Demon Hunter, or whatever he kills now. Potion on the Demon. He has to use it. Headhunters are actually doing way better than expected. Here comes Huntress now. Normal damage, yeah, but if he snipes them... the wall, Great Wall covers! It calls for the GG. And despite massive pressure, I think the Great Wall realized, okay, this is not going to work. The Demon Hunter is just getting stronger and stronger. He needs less clicks per kill. And so, without a transition that he didn't do, this was an all-in thing. Couldn't get rid of it, but this was way closer than expected. Way closer. So, map number 2 is gonna be Last Refuge. What are the orcs of Europe doing here? Burrow rushes, Farseer plays, I was promised witch doctors, now I get mass headhunters. What is this? We'll see if he continues this in map number 2. I have to ticker for read more, so this takes a little bit. Foggy, one map away from the winner bracket semifinal, where he will meet Hawk or Razorman. The Great Wall apparently winner of NWC3L last season. And off we go onto Last Refuge. We have another sub that is Billion Degree 123. Thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. And Voxio as well with Prime. Thanks so much for that. And I wonder, would this headhunter tactic work better with a Farseer? I mean, Tower and Bull Rushes usually work better with summon heroes. So, on the other side, you can't really snipe down the archers that quick. Well, with wolves you can. And we see it again. War mill opening, but no barracks this time, and also no peon moving out. So last time, Foggy's expansion helped a lot to rebuild all the moon wells that were destroyed. On LR, expansion definitely possible as well. And maybe that's why he went for that super greedy camp at the beginning. The Great Wall never tried to tear down this expansion. It was all into one base. But if you get the towers up there, the game is a totally different game. And it was really close, especially with the burrows at the end. So, I don't know if Foggy was surprised. It kind of looked like it. I don't understand the Beastmaster choice. Not with Quill Beasts, but I would like to see how he improvises now and how he adapts. And he is very aggressive right from the start. Seeing, okay, this time it's a tier 2 tech with a war mill, and ooh, this is kind of bad foreshadowing. Usually with a war mill first and a fast tech, you see mass bad riders a lot of the time. But that's not that great for the viewing experience, to be honest. Foggy plays it standard with a fast tier 2 tech. Seeing this now, continues to build a few archers for more creeping. The Great Wall, still no barracks, and yeah, there's the first watchtower. Tower defense, Sim City.
A player's forces are under attack.
And this could be a long and drawn out game. But he sees it. He sees the tower. And he might be able to knock it down. Nice try with a peon block, which actually works. That surprises me a bit. Circle on the demon. There's no staff, so if he loses more HP, he has to TP out of this. This is what you don't want.
A player's forces are under attack.
Hunter's Hall here, so he plays it really casual. Well, of course, against Orc, you kind of want talents, but if you see, okay, he's walling his base off, then maybe it's not the best thing to go for. I wonder if he's going with glaive throwers then. Because, no, what can you do? I mean, the counter to that, if you quick tech, if you tech quickly, would be Wyvern. And he will have, Wyverns are quite fast, so the siege units for the Night Elf won't really work. 3 archers now. But what can you do? I mean, Foggy lost already in Jera Cup against this, I think. And I think he got the regame because of his opponent used the bug, which is not allowed, to drop into the Night Elf base. There's already 2 towers up, and at that point I don't think you can really do too much against this. I'm very curious about Foggy's reaction. It's an Engine of Lore first, and a Beastmaster again. So I understand the Beastmaster, Quill Beasts are awesome against air units. It's a Lodge. And a Shadowhunter. A Lodge? Is this the infamous Witch Doctor play that was promised? Looks like it! Definitely looks like it. And Foggy has to scout almost the entire game, I think. He can't really be sure that anything is coming. Maybe that's why he's going for 1 Engine of Lore yet.
A town is under siege.
Because he's not sure how bad he wants to commit to this.
Forces are under attack.
Blade Master, 0 experience. Chopping this down, and again, he relies on an expansion. It worked really well on AI. I wonder how good it will be. Tier 3 tech, I mean, that's quite obvious. I wonder how good it will be here. But he has to get back the Engine of Lore. Oh my god, he didn't cancel it! And now he loses the entire resources. Foggy has no lumber for a second Engine of Lore. This is a great early mid-game for the Great Wall. But he surrounds him. There's no mana. Okay, trades an Engine of Lore against the Blade Master. I think that's still a fair trade. But what is the Shadowhunter doing here now? Without the damage backup? I mean, he... Oh my god, with the help of the 1 Trapper, he kills the expansion. This is... already a ludicrous game. It's like total chaos. Apart from everything that we see normally.
A player's forces are under attack.
So Blade Master's coming back in a blink of an eye. It's double Spirit Lodge, man. It's really double Spirit Lodge. That's how I play on ladder. If I random. Hex, but he's in no danger. Since there is no End Snare. Ooh, how many End Snares can he get? He uses a speed scroll. Hexes, I mean. Expansion is coming back up. Beastmaster is creeping. He needs better Quill Beasts. Oh my god, he gets another Hex. If there's no crit. Very lucky for him that there's no crit. He doesn't have a speed scroll anymore. But he's so fast. Because he has boots. There's a Dryad though. Saving this Demon Hunter with 17 freaking HP. Foggy is kind of lucky here. Mighty the Mud Golem and a Berserker. It is Mass Caster play with Witch Doctor Adept training now. This Walker does a little bit of damage, and Spirit Link, of course, for the heroes is really nice.
A player's forces are under attack.
But on the other side, we have 2-2 plus Boots of Kel'Thalas on Foggy's side, which is really nice for the Demon Hunter. Replenishment Potion. This will be one of his main damage dealers against whatever. Mana burn, right clicks, everything is great. Reinforced defenses here. Tower creeping. Shout out to Taker. And the first experience. With an Orb of Lightning as well. He didn't deny it. Any of the creeps so far. Foggy is checking this out. He's okay. He's just creeping the safe spot here. You deny this. Alright. Healing wards. Also not that bad. But he doesn't do anything against this X-Ball. Master training for the Witch Doctors. This is the infamous Witch Doctor game that I've been promised. I love Witch Doctors. They are awesome. I love Stasis Trap, but it's so hard to make it work. But if he's the master of Witch Doctors, then he knows how to set Stasis Traps. Scroll of the Beast, not bad. Blade Master didn't get the creep there. And we will see most likely a lot of wards.
Are under attack.
For Foggy, it's simply bears at this point. Oh yeah. Engine of Winds are coming for Fury Dragons. This area of effect will affect him. It's just mass headhunters. Well, he does have a lot of heal wards now.
Player's forces are under attack.
And status traps and sentry wards. But where is the damage in this army? In serpent wards. Mass wards. Not even heal wave. Are you kidding me? But yeah, that's of course a little bit of more damage. +6. You see, he starts planting wards everywhere. Sentry wards here, here.
Forces are under attack.
Where's the second one? Here is one. And they last forever. Like, not literally forever, but for a very long time. And this turns into a very passive game. With all that vision, this is of course good for the Great Wall, but with all that economy, this is of course good for Foggy. And yeah, he answers the right way with Fury Dragons and opens up the tag tree for Chimeras. Because there's no Beastery, there can't be Bad Riders. And how does Mass Casters deal with this? Going to the Tavern. Yeah, the Hawk of course exposes... Oh, it's level 4 already. The Hawk exposes the wards, so that's good. What is he doing? What are the creeps doing? Great Wall Man getting attacked by neutrals. He towers this position up.
A player's forces are under attack.
Foreshadowing of an expansion, maybe? Still no level 3 on neither of the heroes, but 2 claws for the Blade Master already. That's his damage. I like how Foggy prioritizes the Beastmaster. That's a really good choice. Magic damage and piercing damage. Great against casters. TC 3rd. He has the Adept upgrade for his walkers. So a little bit more damage. Super wells for Foggy. Ward here. He's pretty well equipped. Second tower though. So he doesn't have that much disable. Would be time for a status trap, but of course he sees it with the Hawk. The Beastmaster is the perfect counter for this. Heal ward. Stasis trap. Oh, the stasis trap is active. He shouldn't walk into this, but the Hawk reveals so he can kill it. Actually. Boom! First stasis trap and it works. That's interesting. And he plans the way with more stasis traps. That's gonna be a lot of stun. Since if one stasis trap works, the rest of them work well as well. Boom, more stun. And he goes for the Demon Hunter. And with that 2 claws, that helps. But look at the Fury Dragons, man. But stasis trap working off again. This is so freaking funny. The towers are helping. Perfect position for the Great Wall here. But I wonder how long he can survive this. Foggy in trouble with his Beastmaster, but he goes out. TC, of course, in trouble. He can't do anything. So one part of the mass stun is gone. More stasis traps here. Foggy still at 80 supply. The Serpent Wards are still level 1. The towers aren't really helping. But that's level 3. This should be level 2 crit. Or is it Windwalk? No, it should be crit. Holy cow, what a scrappy fight, but how awesome to see Stasis Trap works. More bears, more furies. Foggy's healing up again. heal scroll would be nice. He has 500 gold, he can easily afford it. There's no expansion backing this up. He has no resources for it at all. And Foggy seems to be cutting reinforcements, but no, setting more stasis traps and more heal wards. This is almost as cheesy as it gets. And the Hawk is the most important unit now. To constantly get rid of the status traps, and he adapts now, and he does it so well. He's going up the high ground, so a lot of misses against the Dryads. But he's fighting into the towers. I don't know if that's so good. Here a heal wall would be really nice, right next to them. Demon Hunter focused again, and the Blade Master is dashing out a lot of damage with his 2 claws. But the lack of end snare, you see how little he can control that Demon Hunter. And so the army just wrecks the Mass Caster army. Stun doesn't work that well either. And the TC is gone again. Oh, actually he saves himself for another potion or something. Mass wards. Trying to go for a hero, but how well Ensnare would do right now. But he can't afford it. But the Great Wall stays alive. Again. And gets a few kills. So Shadowhunter is level 3 as well. This is Serpent Ward's level 2. I really like how he set that trap for Foggy before the first fight. With the towers and with the stasis traps. Ancient Django of Endurance. Ooh. Again, cutting some reinforcements here and there. So Foggy, what do you do? Ancient of War. Uh-huh. He revived the walkers. Nice touch. Where's Foggy's army? Looks really, really small. Especially against the towers and all the wards. He doesn't have mana on the Shadowhunter anymore. No clarities on him. That's bad. TC is super hurt as well. Heal wards don't do a thing. He's sandwiching him, so he can't run away. He can't kite. Nice idea by Foggy to do it that way. But he can't get rid of the heal ward. There's basically too many of them. But the Great Wall has to run away. Foggy is losing a bit, but in the end, the bears seem to prevail. Nice stun. But of course, it's just a little stoppage. As the bears are now wrecking the towers. Fortified armor my ass if you have bears with roar. I can definitely see the Great Wall winning games with this. But Foggy is the big favorite in this qualifier, and he just showed us why. Because he defeated 2 very unusual tactics, wanted to seal the deal with even glaive throwers. But yeah, that was game 1 of the Western GCS qualifier. And 1,675 people saw how Witch Doctors, I don't want to say almost work. Oops, what did I do? Just close the connection, sorry about that. The position was almost perfect at the first fight, but Foggy's army and his control was just way too good. Okay. So updating read more. Do we have a score of Hawk and Razorman? That would be nice to know. And yeah, the problem is definitely the lack of damage in this army. it's at least funny to see this and interesting. So I appreciate those matches for sure. But in the end, we want the best players on top. And this is what Foggy accomplished here. Hawk also winning his first match against Razor, who is playing a heavy Farseer style. I don't know the map. I activated my trap card. Nice comment there. So, Hawk and Razor finished as well. Okay, Hawk won his game as well. So we will start the second round of winner bracket quarterfinals. Where are the torrents? Actually, torrents would not be the worst idea, right? Would torrents work? I don't think so. And then you go Chimeras, and then it's over. The Great Wall loses the game but wins our hearts. Definitely, man. There was a game recently that I casted with Remo where he made so much fun about stasis traps. And I said, they can work, they can work. And the Great Wall had a good execution there. Setting up the trap, setting up the tower, setting up the shop, and then the status trap. Uses the first status trap, that one explodes, kites back a little, sets up more status traps, so there was a lot of stun. But indeed, lack of damage. Maybe if... I'm still twisted if this works better with a Farseer, but whatever, man. Next game is coming up, it's gonna be Cash vs Sonic. Way more standard, and two favorites of this qualifier colliding.